Parents can only give good advice or put them on the right paths, but the final forming of a person's character lies in their own hands. Everything looks impossible initially, and then everything eases out gradually. Beginning is the key. You must work in the dark for your light to shine. The state is that great fiction by which everyone tries to live at the expense of everyone else. Do no harm and leave the world a better place than you found it. Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's watching, doing as you say you would do. To establish that a rule is likely to be true, one must try to prove it false. I will no longer mutilate and destroy myself in order to find a secret behind the ruins. We are all insects, groping towards something terrible or divine. You start by writing to live. You end by writing so as not to die. If you're going to kick authority in the teeth, you might as well use 2 feet. If my answers frighten you, then you should cease asking scary questions. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. Enjoy the little things, for one day you may look back and realize they were the big things. The more we value things, the less we value ourselves. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. If we will be quiet and ready enough, we shall find compensation in every disappointment. To acquire the habit of reading is to construct for yourself a refuge from almost all the miseries of life. A gentleman is someone who does not what he wants to do, but what he should do. Because supposedly those who forget the past are condemned to repeat it. Stop doing what is easy or popular. Start doing what is right. Sometimes it falls upon a generation to be great. You can be that generation. People are not lazy. They simply have impotent goals, that is, goals that do not inspire them. Comfort is no test of truth. Truth is often far from being comfortable. A faith that cannot survive collision with the truth is not worth many regrets. A bridge of silver wings stretches from the dead ashes of an unforgiving night. Marito, the jeweled vision of a life started anew. That's the problem with life. You never get enough time to stare at your ceiling and try to figure out what's going on. Time is simply the measurement of human progression against that of existence. The truth, Dumbledore sighed. It is a beautiful and terrible thing, and should therefore be treated with great caution. Happiness is the only thing worth fighting for in life. As long as you can use your hands, the world is your oyster. Face reality as it is, not as it was, or as you wish it to be. I wish I could make him understand that a loving good heart is riches enough, and that without it intellect is poverty. If it's not putting money in your pocket, it's taking money from your pocket. Every grain of sand has an intricate role to play in this marvelous masterpiece called life. Nothing is random. Respect all happenings. Believe in your heart that you're meant to live a life full of passion, purpose, magic, and miracles. Only knowledge can turn life's unbearableness into a weapon. You take people, you put them on a journey, you give them peril, you find out who they really are. It's a rare gift to know where you need to be before you've been to all the places you don't need to be. In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the expert's there are few. Women may fall when there's no strength in men. Act 2. No amount of regretting can change the past, and no amount of worrying can change the future. Life without any wonder left in it is flat and stale. Paths that lead to the crossroads of life, otherwise known as transition. Transition is the tension present between struggle and grace. Elbu lector esktn casi constantment la impression de que no es ha enterado bien. Still, anyone who trusts a serpent deserves its bite. The wise see a creature for what it is, not what it says it may be. Life isn't worth living. unless it is lived for someone else. After all, a homeless man has reason to cry. Everything in the world is pointed against him. Some choose to influence change, and some choose to be influenced by change. You choose which one are you. We have a responsibility to help those around us and help others in need. Well, it's hard to be yourself. It's the hardest job there is. Time bows to authentic commitment, and it stretches to accommodate it. I'd rather learn from one bird how to sing than teach 10,000 stars how not to dance. If you didn't earn something, it's not worth flaunting. I need you to be happy. I need one of us to be happy. Never fear love's absence in your life, because it already exists within you in great abundance. When a thing is funny, search it carefully for a hidden truth. Why can you see the stars at night, but not the light? Life is not measured by what you have. It's measured by what you give. Freedom is the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. An over-examination of life can deter you from life itself. All the things we experience in life can be separated into two realms, the realm of the concept and the realm of the senses. As a leader, you're not paid to make decisions. You're paid to get results from decisions. The irony of life is that those who wear masks often tell us more truths than those with open faces. It is not hard to walk without looking. It is hard to walk without seeing. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. You have to rely on whatever sparks you have inside. Your ultimate competition is you, and within, compete against yourself, and you will always win. Law is made by the winner to preserve victory over the loser. Whoever is for you will always be with you. However, not everyone who is with you is for you. If you can't feel gratitude when you are in need, the feeling of the need would never leave you even if it is fulfilled. Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Thou shalt not be a victim, thou shalt not be a perpetrator, but, above all, thou shalt not be a bystander. Swords can win territories but not hearts, forces can bend heads but not minds. Success does not consist in never making blunders, but in never making the same one a second time. Sometimes it takes many attempts to succeed, but it takes a second to lose them all. Always plan well. Have enough courage to start and enough heart to finish. You owe no one explanation of why you do what you do, especially those who ask not to help but to judge you. Changing is what people do when they have no options left. There is beauty everywhere. Even in the dark, there is light, and that is the rarest kind of all. Act the way you'd like to be, and soon you'll be the way you'd like to act. Strength is life. Weakness is death. Expansion is life. Contraction is death. Love is life. Hatred is death. Don't waste your time in anger, regrets, worries, and grudges. Life is too short to be unhappy. Death is the easy part. The hard part is living and knowing you could be so much more than you're willing to be. There are few reasons for telling the truth, but for lying the number is infinite. I wish to tell the truth, for truth always conveys its own moral to those who are able to receive it. It is wise to keep in mind that neither success nor failure is ever final. Accept yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your truths, and know what tools you have to fulfill your purpose. Your environment will eat your goals and plans for breakfast. Sometimes we don't get second chances, Owen. Sometimes things just end. The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. Have faith of faith. When you have nothing else of faith. You have made the moon, the jester said. That is the moon. I could agree with you, but then we'd both be wrong. Don't ever save anything for a special occasion. Being alive is the special occasion. What I'm looking for is not out there, it is in me. To see me does not necessarily mean to see my face. To understand my thoughts is to have seen me. Take care of your costume, and your confidence will take care of itself. When you fail, you also learn how not to fail. Everything smaller than heaven bores us because only heaven is bigger than our hearts.